Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to isolate an aspect of the race that might lead us into finding the winner. Well, Group 1 racing on Sunday at Sha Tin, the final Group 1 of the current season, the Champions and Chater Cup, and a very interesting visitor from Britain in Rebels Romance. All over the Hong Kong Jockey Club website, you'll find all the information, form, videos, interviews that'll find you the winner of that race. I'm going to deal with a couple of the support events, and the first of them is Race 2, where our winning factor is the map. Now, this is 1600 metres for Class 5 horses, and as is usual with the seller grade, there are plenty of potential chances in it, and I'm sure there'll be arguments made for the likes of A Joyful Friendship after a nice run last start this grade. Medic Elite is very consistent. Looking Cool and Sunny Baby are down in grade. Right Honourable can improve from a better draw, but I think the strongest chances belong to Brenton Avdullah's Mount Speedstar and Zack Purton's ride Smart Beauty. Now, I think most people will land on Smart Beauty as the right favourite here, and I'm going to show you why with his last two starts. First of all, we're going back to race 590. He's in barrier 4, black with pink sleeves, and Smart Beauty jumps well, but he's not known for his early speed, and Zack Purton lets him find his place in midfield on the rail, and he gets a really nice trip there in a steady pace. That is until about the 400. Now, he's slightly held up there as Medic Elite goes around him, but it's the check at the 150 metres that is more significant before he runs on into fourth placing. Now, that was certainly an eye-catching run, and once again he was out of luck at his next run at Happy Valley, and this time clashing with the other horse that we're looking at for this race on Sunday, Speedstar. This is race 649. This time Smart Beauty is in gate 10 and Speedstar in barrier 8 with dark blue colours, and they both steadied back early, racing together near the rear, which we have seen before with Smart Beauty, but it isn't normal for Speedstar. More on that in a minute. The pace here is strong, and there's a point at the 500 metres where Purton does want to improve on Smart Beauty up the inside, but he gets held up behind the horse in front of him, who is also getting held up. Then Smart Beauty switches out to make his run in front of Speedstar in the straight. Both make ground, but Smart Beauty holds a clear advantage. Now, Smart Beauty was the superior effort on that occasion. I don't think anyone would see that video and think otherwise, but changed circumstances are what we're always looking for to change the way a race pans out, and I think that's what we're going to get when we look at the map for this race. The thing that really jumps off the page at you here is how little speed there is in the race. Star of Glory is a regular front runner. He looks an obvious leader here, and there are even very few horses who would normally be anywhere near the front in their races. Now, you'll recall I mentioned that we don't usually see Speedstar go back in the field like he did at Happy Valley in that video. In fact, he's usually in the first few in his races, and I think from gate 1 here, he has an invitation to jump out straight on the back of the leader in what looks a soft pace. Smart Beauty is drawn okay, but as I mentioned, he's a horse without a lot of early speed. That's part of the reason why he so often finds trouble in his races. So the tip from me in race 2 is Speedstar. His winning factor, the map. It isn't always about who was the best run last time. It's often about who gets the best opportunity this time to show what he's got. And I think that that is what's going to give Speedstar a great chance to turn around that beaten margin on Smart Beauty in Sunday's race. Second race I want to take a look at is race 9, and our winning factor here, the SOS. Now, this is a Class 3, 1200 metres, and there will be fans of the in-form Solid Impact, a winner at 2 of his last 3 starts this course and distance, but I think most thoughts on this race are going to revolve around just 2 runners, Little Bros from the David Hayes yard and Zack Purton's ride Call Me Glorious, coming off 2 defeats as a short-priced favourite. First to Little Bros. He was a Group 1 winner in Australia, but as a 2-year-old, and 2-year-old racing always carries an asterisk with it. At his first local start in Hong Kong, he was very ambitiously placed, dropping in the deep end in the Group 1 Chairman's Sprint Prize, and it wouldn't really help much to show you that run. He was a bit slow away, back in the field, over racing, and didn't finish his race off, although I will say he wasn't disgraced. Now he comes back to a much more appropriate assignment, and by the looks of the trial I'm going to show you, since that first up run, he has come on quite a bit for that. Now this is May 17, batch 5 at Chung Fa, and he's in gate 3, yellow with blue sleeves, and isn't fast away again, which has been typical of this horse. He drifts back in the field, while another sprinter we know very well, Victor the Winner, goes to the lead. Now, there isn't a great deal of pressure on here for this level of horse, but Little Bros looks pretty good as he rounds up and puts away some good quality horses in the stretch run without mad pressure from his rider, and there is only Victor the Winner ahead of him when the line comes up. So this 3-year-old looks ready to perform now, and he's in a suitable race. And his main rival, well, he's also a 3-year-old, Call Me Glorious, and he's coming off a couple of runs where things did not go as expected as a hot favourite. And we're going to take a look at the most recent of those. This is race 605, gate 7, pink colours, and he's the expected leader, but he missed the jump. And that was just the start of it. He does recover and tries to go through the field to the front, but ends up caught 3 wide, never getting any peace in the run or a chance to relax and find a rhythm. And although he tries hard in the straight, he can't go on in the final stages, finishing 4th behind Sunday's rival, Solid Impact. So Call Me Glorious was very impressive, winning his debut in Class 4. Things have gone wrong for him in his subsequent 2 starts, however, and that's when Francis Lloyd puts out the SOS call to champion jockey Zack Purton. Zack, of course, is well on the way to his 7th Hong Kong Championship, and I thought it was an appropriate moment to take a look at his connection with Francis Lloyd and where Zack's wins come from during this season. So, first of all, with all trainers, all rides, and it's been notable that although Purton has won a lot of races, he's up to 103 victories, he has fallen short of market expectations pretty much across the board, except when he combines with 5 trainers in particular, highlighted here in yellow. But it's his record with 4 of those 5 trainers which I'm highlighting in this second graphic, showing Purton's record on outright favourites this season. Now, as I said, 4 of the 5 trainers that he has a good record with overall are also on this list. With Francis Lloyd, his strike rate on all rides is 36%, but on favourites it surges to more than 63% win rate, and Purton, clearly Lloyd's go-to man to put the score right when a favourite isn't quite getting the job done. And Call Me Glorious will be the favourite again on Sunday, despite the appearance of a serious rival in Little Bros. On the map, although Campione and Pulsar Strider have some pace inside, even from gate 9, I think Call Me Glorious is just a bit sharper than them, and I'm sure Purton's plan will be to get him out cleanly, lead and control the race. Little Bros is drawn suitably, but we have seen he isn't the best beginner. He wasn't an on-speed runner in Australia and has not looked it so far in Hong Kong either, so he's going to give away a start. So the tip from me in race 9, Call Me Glorious. The winning factor, the SOS. As you can see on the statistics there, Zack Purton, very much a go-to guy for Francis Lloyd when these favourites aren't quite getting the job done. I think that's the situation on Sunday, and Purton will be the man to put things right for Call Me Glorious. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Good luck on Sunday. Enjoy the final Group 1 of the season. We'll see you next time.